folks. We're going to talk about something really serious today that is incredibly important. We are going to be having some lockdown drills over the next couple months. We're going to have at least 2 during this spring, including one this week. So I want to make sure that you guys understand exactly what happens when we go into lockdown. So first off, what is the reason for lockdown drills? Well, sometimes emergencies happen on campus and we have to be prepared to handle those emergencies by locking ourselves in our classrooms in a safe way. So I'm going to demonstrate for you guys what we do when there is a lockdown drill here on campus, so that if the real thing happens, which hopefully it won't, but if the real thing happens, we are always prepared. So first off, you are going to hear me say the following from the PA system. We are entering a full lockdown drill. You will hear that on the announcements. That is what I'm going to say. And so make sure that when you hear that, that is your signal to go into lockdown procedures. So let's talk about what we do. First thing, your teacher has an emergency folder. Inside the emergency folder is a black paper. That black paper will go over the window. Okay, so just know that. That black paper that's in this emergency folder will cover the window. Next, teacher will lock the door and turn off the lights. All that is going to happen. All students will see in your classrooms there is a counter. There is a countertop in your classroom. And what we'll have you do is we'll have every single student get under this counter. Why do we get under the counter? Because most of the time, that is the closest area to the door, which means if you're under the counter, if there is somebody trying to get in and they somehow get in, they can't see you there. Now, there are classes without counters. So the protocol that I will tell you is if your classroom doesn't have a counter like this, you will always go to the wall that is on the same side as the door. You will always go to the wall that is the same side of the door. That is the best possible way to keep yourself hidden if somebody who is not supposed to be trying to get into the classroom is getting in. Now, during the lockdown, you might hear the door handle jiggle. You might hear knocking. Do not open the door. Under any circumstances, do not open the door. You do not know who's trying to get in. Now, if you are out of class when the lockdown drill happens, if you are out of class, you will go to the closest room to you. Okay, so let's say you're in the hallway, you hear the lockdown drill happens, and you're a classroom or 2 away from yours, you're gonna go into the nearest classroom. And that is what you're going to do, okay? If you're outside, the restroom is a place that you can go. If you're in the media center, you can stay there, or you can go to the ISS room. Whatever is the closest place for you to go, that's where you need to go, okay? And remember, do not unlock the door for any reason at all. Then you will hear an announcement that says, we have stopped the lockdown drill. If you don't hear that announcement, please wait for a phone call. Please wait for a phone call, okay? And that phone call will tell you the lockdown is over. And if not that, then it's very possible that we may even do it where me or another administrator comes, unlocks the door, and lets you know lockdown is over. No matter what, the lockdown is not over until you have been notified that it is over. Okay, and unless you've been notified that the lockdown is over, you are in lockdown mode. That means if the bell rings and it's time for the next class, you're still in lockdown. You're not going anywhere. This is important. This is so important for us to conduct ourselves like it's the real thing. Last but not least, you do not talk, you do not take out your phone, you do not play on your Chromebook when we are in lockdown mode. You sit silently in the safe spot in the classroom and you wait. I know that that is hard, but if somebody is trying to get into the classroom that shouldn't be there and they hear a lot of noise, that's going to make them want to get in there that much harder. I know that that sounds harsh, but we need to keep ourselves safe. So, please join me now for a recap. All right, Colts, let's recap. When we enter the lockdown, you are going to hear me go on the announcements saying we are entering a full lockdown drill. You are to have your teacher lock the door, turn off the lights, and cover the window with a blackout strip. Then, all of you students are going to sit against the wall that is most out of vision from the door. You are to remain off your phones and silent until the end of the drill. Do not unlock the door or open the door for any reason. The lockdown will end with an announcement or with an authority figure unlocking the door and telling you that it's over. Essentially, me or another administrator or even police, firefighters, things like that will unlock the door and say lockdown is over. Okay. Thank you all for watching this, and good luck with our lockdown this week.